What's going on, my good people? What's going on? This side, this side, right here. Peace, peace. It's your man Johnny Hawkins saying, "What's happening to you? Hope all is well." It's a Saturday evening in the fall of 2022, and I hope that everyone had a decent week. Hope you were safe, your families were safe. Hope your loved ones are in a good place, that you know where your children are, that you and your spouse or your significant other are loving on each other. You know what I mean? Just hope you're in a good space, is basically what I'm trying to say on this Saturday evening in the fall of 2022. I got a subject I'm going to touch on just quickly because it's really what I am and what my makeup is and has become, and was being developed by the Most High all of my life. Now, I know this topic well because I think for a period of time I may have been a major player in it, but I'm glad it was a long time ago. And the topic is calling out the bullshit. And I probably should have said, excuse the verbiage or the language or the word before I even said it. So I said it now, so it's done. So parents and those that don't want your young ones in their tender ears to hear this subject, which is about BS, you may want to have them leave the room. But this has to be said, and for all the folks older than 18, this is a rated R subject, if you will, because of the language. But we're only going to be talking about one word, BS, which is bullshit. And I've said it already, so let's get to it. For me, as a brother and as a man that's now 57, there was once upon a time, I guess, where I was on some bullshit, you know? And I think all of us have been at one point or another in our lives, except for the most holier than nows, which I am not. I'm a long way from that. I'm an imperfect man. Now, on the path seeking righteousness. Why? Because I'm 57. Time ain't long, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And bottom line is, we don't get to stay on this earth forever. All right? When you think about this earth and our life on this earth and the time we have here, it's like a snap of a finger when you look at everything in proper perspective. So, again, I admit and can agree to you that I know what bullshit is, that I probably, no, not probably, I have been about some bullshit in the past as a young man, but I had to learn early on after my mother died that bullshit didn't get you or wouldn't get you anywhere. Okay? That's it. Bullshit gets you nowhere. And if you don't know what the definition of BS or bullshit is, look it up in the Urban Dictionary and they'll tell you all about it. But this message is for those that know what bullshit is. Okay? So what's understood doesn't need to be explained. You hear me, and you know what I'm saying. So the term is BS. We all know what it is. But some of us, like me, know it a whole lot better because that's what I see all the time, or quite a bit in my business, in my profession, in my life, based on what I've been blessed to do for the past 26 plus years. But here's what I am now. I am a truth seeker. I am a truth seeker. And that's a really tough place to be in and a tough role to try to stay in because in this world there's so much bullshit. You know? It's just so much bullshit. And so to be a truth seeker or someone that is always seeking the truth and wanting to deliver the truth, life can make you very frustrated because of all the bullshit you see in it, especially in 2022, especially on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and all the others. I don't know them all. I'm not on them. I'm on Facebook. Somebody asked me to get on Facebook maybe 2014. So 8 years ago? And so I did it. But I came on here with one intention, one goal, and that is to show the world who I was bit by bit, to expand in my sharing, to show that love, genuine love and concern really exists, still exists in 2022, existed in 2014, will always exist so long as there is a God. And the truth and truth seeking is the way to righteousness. Okay? You got to be honest with yourself. So I say all this to say this. A lot of people wonder how a guy like me from Pontiac, Michigan, who, came up for a large part of my life in subsidized housing and stuff like that, how I got to be where I am. Well, first of all, God. Secondly, me and my desire to be better and to do better, okay? That's what it was. And then tenacity and the audacity, like Obama says, to want more, no matter what they said. No matter what they said I couldn't have, I felt I could have it. Because guess what? I thought they were on some bullshit. They, the powers that be. So here I am now as a 57-year-old truth seeker, giving the truth to all those that will listen. And the truth sometimes hurts, sometimes it stings, sometimes it's painful. But in most cases, once you hear it, you know it, you feel it, and it makes you feel better ultimately, even though you hate sometimes hearing the truth. When you get through it, and when there was no bullshit, right? When you get through it and to the end, through and hear the truth, you feel better because you're on solid ground. So in my career, people fear me on the other side of the V. That means I'm a plaintiff's lawyer, and the defendants that I sue, the people that I sue, a lot of them are on some bullshit. Yes, they are. And so what's my job? To seek the truth. And so when they sit across the table from me in a deposition, which is a formal interview, that's sort of like being in court, but there's no judge, okay? But there's a stenographer, and there's a question and answer, and there's an attorney, and then there's the witness, or what we call the depotent, somebody that is being deposed. When you sit across the table from me and you on some bullshit, I see it. I see it, and they know it, and they fear me as a result. And so when you have that kind of God-given power and gift, that is the spirit of discernment, to sniff out the bullshit and get to the truth, it makes you a winner. It makes you a person that people come to help them get to the truth. And it can, if you're doing God's business in the right way, it can make you a very rich or wealthy person. That's what I have become, because I've become a good steward for the Most High as a truth seeker, an imperfect person that went through bullshit to become a truth seeker, seeking righteousness. And so when you sit in front of me, when you stand across from me, in a courtroom, in a deposition, on the streets, in a boardroom, in a disco, if you will, if they exist. I'm an old guy now, I'm telling my age by saying disco. In a club. I'm not an intimidating person. I don't intimidate you unless you are intimidated by truth. I'm civil. I'm patient. I act with a sense of decency always. I never disrespect a person. But you see something about me that's just not quite the same as most other folks. And what is that? It's truth. It's transparency. It's honesty. It's integrity. It's dignity. You know what I mean? And so what you see, I'm trying to give you back. But if you're on some bullshit, you cannot receive it. So you just take yourself on your merry way and you do what you do. I still got love for you, but we don't hang out or stay together in that space, no matter where it is, unless we're forced to be there because you see truth, and that makes you very uncomfortable. That's what I am. That's what I am. I'm proud to be that. Ergo the name, the warrior lawyer. I fight to get the truth. But here's the bottom line. Bullshit doesn't like truth seeking. They don't get along. They don't get along. There's a lot more bullshit in the world today than there is truth. Okay? But I'm here fighting for righteousness. So I have to stay on the side of truth. I have to. I have no other choice. Well, I do. If I said that, that would be some bullshit. I do have a right to make a different choice, to be on some bullshit. But I choose to be on the side of God, on the side of righteousness, on the side of truth. And again, it's not easy, but the rewards are greater for those that seek the truth, ultimately, than they are for the bullshitters. You just feel better, right? Each and every day when you on some real stuff. So my point is this. Truth is the way it looks. Okay? Look like me, look like other people, just like evil doesn't look a certain way, truth doesn't look one certain way either. But you know it when you see it. I'm here always seeking the truth. I'm here to help encourage, inspire, right? Make you feel and know in your heart that you can believe that you can pursue greatness or to become your best self. Because I did. I made it. An average Joe, born to a 16-year-old preacher's daughter who came out the muck. That's me. Okay? I'm here 57 years later, and I'm seeking the truth. If I can do it, anybody can do it. So that's the truth. So bullshitters, be on the lookout for me, a truth seeker. Know that I love you. Know it's going to be a fair game, but I will smell and sniff you out. And only one of us will remain in the room. And normally, Mr. or Mrs. Bullshitter, you will exit. Okay? That's just the way it is. So come to me. When you see me, say hello. Brothers, let's get a pound and a hug. Ladies, let's get a hug. You know what I mean? Let's be truthful to one another. Let's be loving towards one another. Let's make this world a better place. That's what my Facebook page is all about. It was built up and put on social media to help express truth, kindness, love, encouragement, good words, factual things, sometimes sad, most times happy, funny things, but all to give you the truth. Peace and love for now. It's been your man, Johnny Hawkins, the truth seeker, saying bullshitters, beware. God bless. You know what I say. I wish each and every one of you better.